So our next topic is need for laws. So after understanding that why is the constitution necessary, so we got to know, okay, it is protecting our rights. It is important for us to have a system of check and balance so that there is no misuse of power by the government. It is talking about the protection of fundamental rights. Okay, it is giving us valuable important information about the government. So now we need to understand about the laws that is written in the constitution. Laws are meant for the welfare and security of the people. Okay, welfare, that is good of the people only, and security, so that their life is not in danger. They serve as a means of bringing about social change and establishing an egalitarian society. So what is the purpose of laws? The purpose of laws, or the motive to bring law in a country, is basically so that there is social change. Whenever we are talking about social, it refers to society, so that there is a change at the level of society. And why do we need that change? So that the society can be egalitarian. So when we talk about an egalitarian society, it basically means a society which follow the principles of equality. Okay, wherein no discrimination is done within people, or you can say no one is treated in a different way. Everyone is considered of equal worth as humans. In a traditional unequal society like India, which is plagued by social evils such as dowry, female feticide, and alcoholism, the need for laws became even more important. Let us read about some social evils and the efforts made to stop their practice. Now, what are they saying? That why do we need law? We need law basically to bring what kind of change? Social change, that is at the level of society, and so that we can make our society more egalitarian, which is more equal. So if we want to make our society equal, it basically means that earlier it was not equal. So why it was not equal? Because we had a lot of evils. Okay, a lot of evils. And what kind of evils we had? We had dowry system, which we will discuss, female feticide, and things like alcoholism. So because of these things, there were discrimination within people, or we can say there were unequal structure in the society. So for that we need laws, so that society can be more equal, and these laws are important. Why? We will now discuss each example in detail. Now, what was dowry? Dowry is the money or gift given to the grooms and his family by the bride's family at the time of marriage. So when basically in India marriage take place, so marriage is between two families, right? Between the bride, basically, which is the girl, and the groom. Okay, GROOM, basically who is the boy. So in a dowry system which used to take place initially, that is in the ancient India, it do exist now, but then it is a punishable offense. If somebody put a charge in the court or files a petition or go to a court, it is punishable offense. You cannot ask for dowry. Someone can willingly give gifts, but you cannot ask, we want this much amount of money. No, it is illegal now. So what is dowry? Basically in dowry, the bride's family, that is the girl's family, has to give money, a lot of money, and gift to groom and his family, that means to the boy the girl is marrying to. After dowry, demands continue long after marriage. This inability to fulfill the demand result in physical or mental torture of the bride, and in extreme cases lead to death. Now you will say, ma'am, gifts everyone give, why is this system bad? See, this system is bad because most of the time, if the bride parents are not able to give a lot of money or a lot of gifts to the groom family, they used to break the marriage at the day of marriage. Okay, so it was humiliating for the bride's family. Also, this system never ended. If the groom received gifts and a lot of money on the day of marriage, they wanted even more on festivals, on other days. So they used to regularly demand for these constant dowry. So after a while, when the bride's parents were not able to give that amount of money or gifts, then the groom's family used to torture the bride. Mental torture, used to say bad or mean words to the girl, to the bride, or even physically torture or beat the bride. So in that case, when it used to be an extreme form may it even leads to death of the bride. So that is why this system was bad, because it had a lot of torture and pressure on whom? On the bride and their family. To curb the practice of dowry, that is to stop the practice of dowry, the government passed the Dori Prohibition Act in 1961. Okay, in 1961 it was passed. Prohibition, basically prohibit, to stop. This act prohibited giving and taking of dowry. So now, according to this act, not only taking dowry was a crime, but also giving dowry was a crime. According to the act, anyone caught or taking dowry is liable for both imprisonment and fine. So government says, if anyone is caught, for example, if there is a marriage taking place at my society and I know that someone, that the people involved in the marriage are taking and giving dowry, so a complaint can be filed and both of the families will have to go to jail, that is imprisonment, and have to pay a certain amount of fine. Now there is this question they are asking: in passing an act enough to curb this practice, what other steps can be taken? So they are asking basically, is only passing an act enough to stop such practice like dowry, or do we need other things? Yes, definitely. Just passing the act is not enough. Most of the time, the bride parents, under social pressure, they will give dowry, if not openly then maybe behind the door. So what other things are required? Other things like girls' education is extremely important, her independence is extremely important, awareness, education, so these things are also important apart from setting such acts. Okay.